Hey guys, I'm back with another video. It's been a minute since I've seen you, but I am back, and lo and behold, I have yet another video of Charlee. Can you believe it? Yeah, so this is Charlee by Andrea Uccello. I'm just selling the head. I stripped the doll, repainted it, totally rooted it, did a little bit more texture and stuff on the face, was experimenting with like the dry skin effect, and I am selling just the head, so whoever is out there that wants to add it to a cuddle body or the limbs, they can do that. I am done painting this doll forever. I will never paint this type of vinyl again. It was really difficult. It was very difficult for me, I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys always wanted to own one of a Charlee, or make your own cuddle baby, or you have the limbs and you want to paint them, whatever, this one is it's a good thing to do to build your own doll, and if you do decide to resell it, I'm totally okay with that. I just ask that you credit me, that's all. It's rooted with baby locked hair directionally. Rooting this, okay, I'm gonna stop complaining about this doll. It was a challenge to root, but the good thing about what happened when I was rooting this doll was I came up with a kind of a new idea, and I was using the rooting light inside the head because there was two things going on. One, the vinyl was very thick, it was very difficult to root, but I couldn't keep heating it up because the paint was starting to almost, it got very difficult with the continuous heating of the doll, because sometimes when that happens, it ruins the vinyl. I think it does something to the vinyl. In some cases I've had it even look like it's burnt the vinyl. I don't know why, but anyway, so I'm like, I cannot heat this doll up anymore. So I was using the lamp, which those like little lights, the rooting lights, and since this doll is stripped, I guess this is entirely my fault. I guess there was a little bit of fluff that was stuck up inside the head because I had well, I can't even begin to think about why this happened, but there was fluff that wasn't fully taken out of the head because the opening, I know why, the opening of the head is so small. It was really difficult to get all up in there and pull everything out. So as I'm rooting, I'm going along and I'm smelling something weird, and actually I can show you the lamp. Hold on. Here's the lamp. Yeah, so it started to smoke, and I'm like, holy crap. I pulled it out. Thank goodness it didn't go through the vinyl. I've had that happen before, and the lamps are just not, for me with my ADD, it doesn't work for me, because you have to continuously keep checking it, and if it touches the vinyl inside, I mean, it can even burn all the way through the vinyl. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to make a rice sock because a rice sock smell like feet, and I can't, it just was really, it was just one of those things that I'm like, well, what can I do? So my daughter and I have been making rice heating pads because I had bought her one of the heating pads that I send with my cuddle babies because she really likes it, with cramps or whatever. They're just really nice, to put in the microwave. And I was doing some research about it, and I'm like, well, I can just make my own with the rice, because the rice is, it stays warm just as long as the clay beads, in some cases even longer. So she decided to do a little experiment with how long the clay beads stayed hot in comparison to the rice. The rice in the fabric that I sewed and the rice in the sock. So anyway, I heated this up in the microwave with some water, and like I just dampened each side. I even put a little bowl of water in the microwave for about I think it was about 2 minutes. This stayed hot hot for almost an hour. It stayed warm, decently warm, for almost 2 hours, and it was perfect because it wasn't damaging anything. I felt like it heated up the vinyl just enough. I would suggest that if you're working with really difficult vinyl, that you do heat up the doll at least once before putting this in after it's been heated up, and that gives you like a good hour of rooting. But yeah, so I made this, and I'm like, well, maybe other people would want to have these too. And like I said, we did the experiment, and in comparison with the rice sock only stayed hot for like maybe 15 minutes, and then it slowly was about warm for about 30. But because I think this is just a thicker material, it just stayed nice and hot, so it worked. Also, I'm gonna experiment with like putting the rice with something that smells a little better, but also it doesn't smell as bad as it does in the socks. I feel like with the sock it's like like very porous, I guess, so all you smell is rice, but this didn't have like such a terrible smell. Anyway, so these are my shop. I made a few with my daughter last night. Where's the other one? I thought I had another one. I experimented with different sizes, but the depth of the inside of the head is about 4.5 inches, and it's about, I had to cut this because it was really small, but it's about 2.5 inches. So if you use like the back end of a paintbrush, you can smush it in. So, but yeah, works great. Anyway, those are my shop. My daughter and I are collaborating on it, and it's been fun to do. She's in a college class for business, and she's only 14, and she's just like really good at figuring out different numbers for stuff, and she's just very scientific, so she had a good time kind of like writing out her results. So anyway, moving on. Okay, so we have just the head that is available over in the shop. It is weighted as well. Another thing that I have is this little Paola Reina doll that I repainted, just like the cutest little thing. I know that I showed you guys my other dolls that I, redid the faces and stuff, and they're like the little kid ones, but I got one of the little babies, and just add some creases and some blush, a little bit of mottling. He is gendered, so I'm not going to take his totally off, but just to like show his little body. He will come home with a little mini diaper as well. I put weight in his head, so he's nice and heavy. He's about 7 inches, about 20 centimeters. Has his little hat here, and then he just sits. He's so cute. I changed out his eyes. I added resin tears. I didn't really know what to do like in terms of color for the eyes, but I thought like the blue with the skin tone was just like, it was very striking, so I really liked that. And then excuse me, I made a little pumpkin for him and a little teddy bear for him. So it is made of clay, it's not soft, but it still works. So he comes home with these little things. Yeah, so really cute, just something different to do. I thought this would be really good for like a new collector that really wants a doll that's a little bit different. And these babies by themselves are so beautiful, not even repainted, but anyway, I love this. So cute. And the outfits are so adorable. I really wanted to try to like copy the pattern and see if I could try to make something like that, because it's they're just really, really cute. I love Paola Reina's dolls. They're made in Spain. They're all vinyl and super cute. So if you guys are interested, go check this one out in the shop, and perfect Christmas gift, definitely. So, okay, so what else we got? I think that's it for now. I had an art show on Sunday, and I brought Lara and I brought Maddie to the art show, but I also brought a lot of my drawings, and it was the first time that they've ever done it, this particular art show, and I'm always kind of, I don't know, like apprehensive about going to things like this, because when you are around other artists who are not familiar with reborn dolls, you get really mixed reactions. So I found myself kind of trying to downplay that part of my art, even though it's, you know, literally 99% of my business. But I was trying to do more clay stuff and more of like the, you know, the spooky type dolls. And my spooky dolls sold, which was awesome. They're going in a haunted house, which I was really excited about. I sold a few clay things. What else? In a drawing, I believe. But one of the things that was crazy was that there was a artist next to me, and my kids even bought stuff from them. They had beautiful drawings. It was, you know, really very talented. But she took one look at my doll and said, she said, "Oh my gosh, that's gonna haunt my dreams." And I'm like, huh. And it kind of took me back for a second, because I'm like, I would never, ever, ever, ever say that to anybody, no matter what type of like creation they made. I don't care if it was like a silicone dead body, because I've seen those before at Halloween conventions. As an artist, talking to another artist, I feel like the recognition for the work that goes into it should be the number one thing that you say, and the appreciation for the time and the effort and the detail and all that stuff. It just really threw me. I don't know. It did bother me, I'm not gonna lie. And you guys probably remember the holiday market that I did a few years ago, and how people were like just so rude about the dolls, and like, you know, I can't believe anybody would want these. They're so creepy. You keep them in the closet. And you know, with me standing there, like, and I would just say, thanks so much. Yeah, it took a lot of work. You know, it was a long time painting them or whatever. And then I think sometimes they get the idea that like, oh, maybe that's kind of super rude to say. But the majority of people were very, 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 very intrigued by the dolls. And very kind and very nice. But I would have expected more, I guess, from other artists, especially artists that know that like we already have this kind of sense of I don't know, I guess vulnerability by putting our art on display. I guess I'm just always really conscious of other people and their talent. So it was just very strange. It was just weird. It was a weird experience. I guess I expected it from other people, but not other artists. But anyway, like I said, this was just one person. Well, it was more than one, I'm not gonna lie. That just felt the need to say, like, that's so gross. That's not even like to the scary dolls. I'm talking about like to Maddie, you know, who's beautifully sculpted, beautifully painted. She looks very real. And I guess I could see maybe to the alien doll, but I don't understand why. I guess I don't understand why it's creepy. I don't know. I guess I'll never know, really, because I always look at people's art with appreciation. So I guess I want to thank you guys for doing the same with my stuff. I always appreciate that so much. Even if you don't agree with it, or if you don't like alternative reborns, if you don't know why I'm, you know, turning a Walmart doll into a clicker or whatever, I mean, at the very least, you can appreciate the creativity and the time and the effort. So, but yeah, it was weird. I definitely will never be doing, ever be doing another craft show ever again. It's just not something that I enjoy doing. We'll definitely work with my friend again. She makes beautiful frames, so I'll be listing some of my drawings in her frames on the site soon, so you guys can see her work and my work combined, and it's beautiful. But yeah, anyway, again, thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's been a minute since I've made a video. If you guys are interested in anything that I showed, head on over to the website, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.